The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. And 2 stop.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Get.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Lawrence. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benardrick McKinney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. 45 to Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you get called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Let go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Hey, orbit.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave you the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Weapon.
They're running it. Check. Check.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check 24. Check 24.
Ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
On the set.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 51. Come on, baby.
Deep grip.
They'll run it with Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Echo.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Hit it.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Bravo.
45. Mike 45. Not here. 45 is the mic. Here we go.
Now.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 98 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta. 5.
Throwing again. Lawrence. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air on second down. Lawrence. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
You go tight. You got
Protein spill. Get it.
Kamara trying again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
I got one. Check.
Big Rivers.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Get 300. Get 300.
58, 58, Mike. Man, that's trash.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, 88.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Caught by Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in that half. Let's go.
To throw again, Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. From the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Over. Notice 50. Hey, you block over
Rodgers now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Rodgers now on first down. Now he's forced out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
50. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Snap comes at 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set, 8, read.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Shannon! 258!
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, wing, snap.
Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Got it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Oh, and now some space to operate. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through three corners, no reason to lighten up now. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And some room to work. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Gay's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Let's go. Hey, 88. Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10 is Rodgers. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes his 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start getting it? And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 31, check 31.
Ready?
From the gun, Lawrence. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's another Bears.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 52.
Any weapon.
Check 52 to Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Check your hot read. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Check it back, check it back.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Echo.
58 to Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Tampa Bay, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.